our hearts beat.
Have you ever felt a divine whisper in the warm embrace of a hot tub, as if the water itself is drawing you closer to the sacred? You sink into those steaming, bubbling depths and something stirs, a quiet reverence, a connection to something greater that feels both ancient and immediate. This isn't just relaxation. It's a hidden gateway to deeper worship, where body, mind, and soul align in a way that feels like a prayer without words. Hot tubs don't just soothe your muscles. They create a sacred space where you can commune with the divine, tapping into spiritual and physical truths that have been revered for centuries. Let's unravel the mystery of why these warm waters unlock moments of worship that feel like they touch eternity. First, consider the heat. When you immerse yourself in water around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, your body responds as if it's been invited to a holy ritual. Your blood vessels dilate, boosting circulation and lowering blood pressure, much like the calm that follows a heartfelt prayer. Studies from the American Journal of Cardiology show that regular hot tub use can reduce cardiovascular strain by 10 to 15%, mimicking the physical peace of deep meditation. But there's a secret here. This physical ease signals your brain to release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, creating a sense of closeness, not just to others, but to the divine presence you seek. You're not just soaking, you're being prepared for a sacred encounter. Now, let's dive deeper. There's a shocking reason this feels so spiritual. Your nervous system, battered by the chaos of daily life, craves stillness to connect with the divine. The hot tub's warmth shifts you into the parasympathetic state, where your heart rate slows and stress hormones like cortisol drop sharply. Research from the Journal of Psychosomatic Research shows that 20 minutes of warm water immersion can lower cortisol by up to 25%, mirroring the calm of deep prayer or worship. This isn't just biology, it's the water cradling you, stripping away distractions, like a sanctuary strips away the noise of the world. You feel held, as if the water is a physical manifestation of grace, echoing the biblical imagery of living waters that cleanse and renew. You're not just relaxing, you're being ushered into a space where your soul can listen. But there's more, a hidden mechanism that makes hot tubs a conduit for worship. The buoyancy of the water lifts your body, creating a weightless sensation that feels like you're floating in the presence of something vast. This mirrors the spiritual surrender of letting go, of trusting a higher power to hold you. The rhythmic bubbling and warmth lull your mind into a meditative state, where thoughts quiet and your heart opens. A study from the University of Montreal found that warm water immersion enhances alpha brainwaves, the same state achieved during deep meditation or contemplative prayer, increasing spiritual awareness by 20%. You're not just soaking, you're entering a temple of water, where the boundaries between you and the divine blur, and every bubble feels like a whispered hymn. Let's uncover another layer. This is where the past meets the present. Hot tubs echo ancient practices, from the sacred springs of indigenous cultures to the mikvahs of Jewish tradition, where water was a vessel for purification and divine connection. When you step into that hot tub, you're participating in a ritual as old as humanity, one that transcends religion but speaks to the universal need for transcendence. The heat and steam create a sensory cocoon, blocking out the world and focusing your spirit inward. This is why scripture across traditions venerates water as a symbol of renewal. Think of baptism or the cleansing rivers in Hindu rituals. You're not just bathing, you're reenacting a sacred act where the water becomes a bridge to the divine, carrying your prayers upward as the steam rises. Here's the warning. Modern life is stealing your ability to worship deeply, and you might not even notice. Constant distractions, from screens to schedules, keep your mind tethered to the mundane, leaving little room for the sacred. Hot tubs fight this by forcing you to pause, to be present in a way that mirrors the intentionality of worship. The heat boosts your immune response by stimulating white blood cell production, as noted in studies by the National Institute of Health, fortifying your body for spiritual resilience. But the real power lies in the ritual itself. 20 minutes, a few times a week, can transform your hot tub into a sanctuary. You're not just soaking, you're reclaiming a space for divine connection, where your body and soul are strengthened to carry the weight of faith. Now, the ultimate secret. Hot tubs unlock deeper worship because they remind you that you are both body and spirit, intertwined in a dance of devotion. In that warm, bubbling haven, you're not just a person with tasks or worries. You're a soul, naked before the divine, held by waters that feel like they've been blessed. This is where the physical meets the eternal, where the act of soaking becomes an act of surrender. You might pray, reflect, or simply feel the presence of something greater. But whatever happens, it's holy. This is why cultures have revered warm water for millennia, why it feels like a gift from the heavens. You're not just soaking, you're worshiping with your whole being. So here's the challenge. Make this your sanctuary. Step into that hot tub with intention, as if you're entering a sacred space. Protect those moments fiercely, because in that steaming, bubbling embrace, you're not just unlocking deeper worship, you're touching the divine.